Is there a comedian
that I grew up watching in stand-up comedy
that I liked, and then when I met them, I liked them just as much?
I used to like them just as much in person for me.
Yes. Don D.C. Curry. Man, that guy is he's phenomenal. And I hate that more people don't know who that, on the mainstream side, don't know who he is as a comedian, because he's easily one of the best in this business, hands down. God, Don D.C. Curry makes me laugh out loud. And when I met him at Punchline. Matter of fact, I was featuring for him. It's the first time I was going to feature for him. And I met his handlers before I met him. And their hands met my chest before I met him. Because Punchline had like a small green room. This was in Roswell, like a very small green room. So as soon as I stepped in, the hand came across my chest and he said, "Hey, you on the show?" I was like, "Yes." But I talked to his hand before I talked to him, because I was like, I don't know what kind of protocol this is, but for feature acts. But yes, I'm on the show. He's like, "Oh, okay." And then when I just wanted to say, so it was kind of hard for me to even say hi to Don D.C. Curry, because his handler was watching me watch. Like, I was like, "Hey, what's up, sir?" He's like, and Don D.C. had a cigar in his mouth, and he's smoking it. And he's like, hey, what's going on, young man? You ready to get at it? You ready to get out there and do your thing? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, absolutely. He said, "There's some tight pants you got on." You ain't trying to seduce my audience, are you? I was like, man, what? I'm getting roasted already. But that was the first time I met Don D.C. Curry. And yeah, you gotta be careful when it comes to people handlers. But Don D.C. is incredible, man. Like, that was and I try not to fan out. That, like, I don't fan out a lot over people, but Don D.C. is incredible. Jesus Christ, man. He's yeah. And his handler also handled the the host that night too. Mia Jackson. I hate to put it, but he had to do. Mia was just asking simple questions, and the handler was like, "Well, what have you seen him on?" She was like, "Well, Don D.C., what would you like for me to say before I bring you up?" Which is what everybody asks. What do you prefer me to bring you up as? I want to know what you want me to do. And the handler was like, "Well, what have you seen him on? Huh? Well, I seen him on Friday." "Well, say that." I was like, whoa. At this point, I'm still getting shoved out the green room by another handler because they don't tell you got to go. They just start saying stuff like, "Man, it's too small in here for this many people." This many people was just 4 of us. The feature act and the host. So you want us to stay outside when we got to go, to get to the stage, you got to go through the green room. So, yeah, so meeting who I've been watching in stand-up comedy for a long time, yeah, that was interesting.